Hey guys, so I'm answering a DM. I've been asked, how do I get back on track after overeating and now feeling extra hungry or feeling ravenous, was their words, after this period of time. Now, let's think about why we're wanting to eat more. Because we've expanded our gut, and now we've also introduced all of, within our food, there's all these little microbes and there's all these things that actually attach themselves into the microbiome of our gut. And those, they have their own DNA, and they also can control or almost ask our body to put in more of what they want to consume. So if that makes sense, your microbiome, when you see a probiotic or a probiotic, we're trying to put good bacteria back in our gut, okay? Because they have DNA, they have their own interaction, and they have their own way of communicating with our entire body. And if we just have poor bacteria, so things that consume sugar, so we maybe have had heaps of sugar or processed foods, there are microbes within our gut that will love to consume that sort of food, and that will continue to ask our body to go in and search for that to feed them so that they can thrive. So what do we need to do? If that makes sense, you'll know that we need to probably work on our gut right now. We can do this in a few different ways. Definitely apple cider vinegar in the morning is a great prebiotic and probiotic, and it can clear out some of that bad bacteria and set us up for a better day to stabilize the blood sugar as well. And then we want to really use hydration to flush the system out. So a lot of good quality water, if you can get your hands on it, and flush out the system. You want to be drinking 2 to 3 liters of water. And then when we do that, we need to think also how we're going to replenish the salt store. So magnesium, and just other supplements that can replace what we've lost if we're flushing out a lot of the salt content within our body. Then from there, you want to try and have something green. I know that's, it's cliche, get your green shake or whatever. Try and just sip on, even if it's green tea, and then your leafy greens, if you can do green smoothie, or your powdered greens, and make that your drink of choice. So other than water, we've got our greens, and that is really going to feed your gut the right microbes in your gut to stop craving that nonsense. Now, when you're craving that, okay, try and satisfy it, but satisfy it, kind of fool them. You've got loads of awesome options in the supermarket now that you can have that don't have sugar in it, but they still taste good. So you can kind of fool your brain for a moment. So even if you do have a protein shake that's quite sweet, but it's not actually got any sweeteners in it. So I use True Protein, it's New Zealand, grass-fed, cows or whatever they, the milk they use from the cows to make the whey. So I use that, and that's a great substitute, and it'll start to get the craving for sugar out of my body. So things like that. So we've got water, we've got our greens, we've got our substitutes instead of sugar. And even if you're just feeling like eating, I get an air popper from a popcorn air popper. So it's not, I don't make my popcorn with oil, I make it with air. They cost like $10 from Kmart. And if you just want to eat and you just have that hand to mouth thing, because if you look back at the science of it, some people, we always need to have something in our mouth. Anyway, if that's you got to then, you use something for that. So I like to use something like popcorn, get some, if you can get some organic popcorn or whatever, just so you're also filling that void. So remember, if we need to replace habit, we've got to replace it with something, and we'll just go back to it. I hope this information really helps. It does work. This is what I use because, of course, I love sweets. I love food in general. I am not any, some special case where I'm just fit all the time and I eat the right foods. I'm not vegan, I'm not sugar-free, dairy-free, gluten-free, nothing like that. So I also have to then know how, when my body starts to crave those things, if I have one chocolate bar, I know in a couple of days or the next day I'll want another one. But if I don't have sugar, I'm not interested in it. So how do we get it out of our system? These are the things that work for me. Please let me know if there's anything that works for you, or if this information helps. Anyway, have a good New Year's, enjoy it, and then let's all just get back on track together. Ask me any questions, and I'm happy to answer them. Much love.